I love that shot, actually.
Amen.
Sincere in their faith.
I define worship by going to the Bible. The first time worship is mentioned in the Bible is when Abraham in the Old Testament is taking his son Isaac up the mountain to worship the Lord. That's what he tells his servant to wait here. I think it's beautiful because it's also God foreshadowing what he is going to do with his own son, even though Abraham never had to go through with it. Jesus had the cross on his back as he was traveling up to Golgotha. Isaac had wood on his back, traveling up the mountain, unbeknownst to him, to be sacrificed by Abraham, because that's what God asked of him. And the first time it's mentioned, it's said, is that Abraham turned to the servant who was traveling with them and said, I want you to wait here for Isaac and I going up to worship. And I love that because, and I'm also challenged by that, because there was no church service, there was no 20 minutes at the top and 5 minutes at the end. There was no song, there was no melody. What worship was in that moment was obedience to the voice of the Lord and sacrifice. So to me, that's what worship is. And another verse that kind of helps then go, okay, well, how do I outwork what this worship is? Romans 12, verse 1, and a few of those verses, particularly in the Message paraphrase, is my favorite. And it says, in view of God's mercy, I love that everything is a response to God because he loved us first. But it says, in view of God's mercy, bring your everyday, you're eating, you're sleeping, you're walking around life, and place it before God as an offering, holy and pleasing to him. That is our true and proper worship. And I love that it's obedience to what God's calling us to do in all areas of our life, bringing a sacrifice of praise, whatever that looks like. And it has to be worked out in every area of our life. And again, like never losing that view of God, never losing that view of what he's done for us through his son, Jesus.